Hi, this is Marty Lecklatter with a look at what's new with Feb 864. We're going to review the new style editor, saving filled PDFs as attachments in services in the Spreadsheet Import capability. We'll start with a look at the theme editor. Now when I click on the Style tab, I see the theme editor. Let's go ahead and edit this theme. I can give my theme a custom name. I can select the base theme to work off of, and then I can start setting my styles. I can set general styles, page layout, the fonts, the required indicator. My fonts can be general across all the different fields. I can be specific for input text, maybe error messages, hints, font labels. I can make those all independent of each other. Let's go ahead and change the box layout to maybe 6 pixels. And let's add a background image. Let's take a look at sections. And with sections, I want to set a radius here 6 pixels as well. And you can see that I've got a lot of ability to set the different styles. I can look at the CSS at any point in time that it's generating under the covers. And when I'm all done, I can save this and reuse it in other applications, share it with my colleagues. Let's preview this at this point to see how it's going to look in the form. You see I get a little preview over here, which is generic. And for a form on bike rentals, this is a nice background. So I'm happy with that. Let's close the preview. And then I can go ahead and save this. The next feature we'll take a look at is saving filled PDFs. As part of my bike rental app, I have a PDF template. It's a rental contract template. And then I've got a related fill service. In the fill service, I specify the fields from the application that I want to then map into the PDF. So there's an event in the application that triggers this fill. What's new is the create as an attachment specification. Because this is selected, I now have the attachment as an output, which I can then assign to one of the fields, in this case an attachment field in my form. So the filled PDF is then saved with the Feb record. A related new feature is the file attachment service. Well, it's not entirely new. The file attachment service, or sometimes referred to as the content storage service, has always been there. It's just we now have documented and support the API. So you have this new third API where what you can do is retrieve and create attachments programmatically. So what this means is that you can fill the PDFs, save them as part of your Feb record. Really, they're saved in the attachment service. The Feb record is just storing a reference to that address in the file attachment service. And you can then programmatically make these files available through the API to other systems, like an enterprise content management system, a storage service like Box, or potentially even something like DocuSign. Well, let's take a look at this application we've been working on. You notice I've got different bikes presented to me in a carousel fashion. I can pick different styles of bikes. Let's flip through, and this one I always liked. It's the one with the fat tires. Now the images of the bikes, the content itself, it's actually coming from IBM Watson Content Hub. So I've built out a content library here. I've got my rates, descriptions, the images, all the information on the bikes, and it's coming into Forms Experience Builder dynamically through REST API calls. It's a great example of content as a service. Well, let's go ahead and we'll rent this bike. I'm going to change the date. I want that on a Thursday. I'm going to pick it up at 9 a.m., bring it back just before dark. Maybe I want a GPS. We'll give it my personal information and some auto population magic there just to speed things up. And I'll pay for this with Visa, and I'll fake this out. This could be a real transaction with any commerce service. And I want to get to the terms and conditions. I agree to these, and I submit. Yep, that's what I want to do. It's giving me a confirmation here, and it's telling me this is who you are and when you're going to rent it. And you notice that it says rental agreement. So this is the filled PDF. I can download this now and take a look at it. In addition, I also created a service definition which kicks off that sends this PDF to Box. So if we take a look at the service definition, we see that it's all inputs. I've got my box token, which is being passed for authorization. And if I go to my box folder, I can see that this document is there as well. The next feature we'll take a look at is Spreadsheet Import. I'm going to use a different application to demo this feature. I'm going to start with PPA data, or short for Passport Advantage data. So Passport Advantage is a system that keeps track of different software products from IBM. In this form, I've got the software part number, the product description, the product name, the part type, etc. Now if I go into each one of these fields, you can see that I've named the ID something that makes sense. So it's F_part number, and then I've got something similar here, F_part description. And that's important because when I get to Excel, I want the mapping to be the same on the column heading. So if I take a look at View Responses in Passport Advantage data, you can see that there's no data there right now. Let's go ahead and we'll take that Excel spreadsheet and we'll map that in. And because my column heads match my field IDs, it comes right in. So this could be literally hundreds or thousands of records, as many fields as you want, and I can import all that in a matter of seconds. And the beauty of this is that now I can use this in my applications to filter and query against that data. So here's a second application, and what I can do is filter on the records. So perhaps I want to see just Forms Experience Builder, or maybe Web Content Manager. Maybe I want to see just the license and software subscription parts, perhaps the software renewal parts. Maybe I want to see Digital Experience Manager and 20 authorized users and the trade-up parts. So an easy way to drill through all that data and filter it. So you can see there's a lot in this release, Feb 864, the new style editor, saving filled PDFs, using attachments and services, and Spreadsheet Import. Thank you.